Namaste and a very warm welcome to all of you in this daily morning live meditation session with me, Dhyanse. Today we begin a new series, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Before we enter this sacred knowledge, let me take a moment to salute the source of this knowledge, which is thousands of years old, and Patanjali, who brought this knowledge to us. As we know it, we credit Patanjali to bring this knowledge from another dimension to us. My salutations to the source of this knowledge, and to Patanjali to bring this to us, to open the doors for us, to use this knowledge and liberate us from our miseries, from what we call as the life, and move towards liberation, freedom, nirvana, truth. I take permission from Patanjali to expound these sutras, this knowledge to you, share them with you so that your life is also liberated. You also make use out of this knowledge amidst all what we are going through in this world. Yoga is thousands of years old. It is not an invention. It is not even a discovery. This knowledge belongs to the universe, the cosmos. And when we need this dimension because of what we are experiencing, someone opens the door. In this case, Patanjali opened the door, brought this knowledge to us. It's a perfect science. It's more than even a science as we know it. The science of experimentation, the science of proof, the science of external validation as we know it is a few hundred years old. Yoga, I call it a perfect science because it is also, the proof is there, the validation is there, and the repeatability is there. Everything that you call as scientific is valid for yoga. The only constraint is that your instruments, which are made to prove things in the external setup, are not always applicable to yoga. The limitations of the instrument do not disprove yoga as a science. This science is somewhat of higher order, meaning the proof, the validation, the working happens within. So you have to develop a sense, you have to develop sensations, an awareness of the inner world to see yoga, to understand yoga, to practice yoga, and to bear the fruits of yoga. You need that sensitivity, you need that commitment, you need that awareness to appreciate what yoga is, a science of higher order. There are 196 sutras, which is to say, just like in mathematics, in science, in physics, chemistry, biology, wherever you look, there are formulas, there are equations, there are statements which are laws. Similarly, Patanjali, he brought down the knowledge of yoga into 196 sutras. Over the next weeks, months, I don't know how long it will take, We will go through these sutras patiently, one by one, contextualizing them to our life, learning from them and benefiting from these sutras in whichever situation of life we are. This journey will be broken down into 4 parts. The first part is Samadhi Pada, which is the first part of journey is to correct the perception. The perception that you have, that I have, that we have in this world right now, it's hacked, it's corrupted. We cannot rely on our perception. We cannot rely on others' perception. And without a credible source of perception, there is no development, because there is nothing that you can see of the truth. You will run blindly into different directions, into suggestions, into manipulations. So there has to be a correction of the perception. That would be the first part, the first phase of this journey of Yoga Sutras, which is known as Samadhi Pada. The second is the discipline of yoga, what we call as the Sadhana Pada. Once you have the correct perception, once you have the instrument to see the truth, then you move into sadhana. Sadhana is to align, to pull all your energies towards one goal. What that goal is? Liberation. Third phase of this journey would be looking into what is known as Vibhuti Pada, meaning the path of powers, the path of realizing what this body, mind, what this whole human system is capable of. We are using this human system in such a rudimentary way, in such a minimal way, that the full potential of what this body is, what this mind is, what this whole energy system is yet to be explored, yet to be experienced. And this we will open up, we will expand upon, we will discover in the third phase of the journey. And the last one, Kaivalya Pada, meaning the path to liberation. Once your perception is set right, once you have set the discipline in your life, once you know what your body, mind, energies are capable of, your limitlessness, only then there is liberation. And then you move into this path, see along this journey what you wish to have, what is it that excites you, what is it that inspires you to change your life, to take from this knowledge the value which is belonging to no one and everyone, which is belonging to the cosmos, and bring this to our life and make our life a better experience for us and people around us. Let us begin with the first sutra. The first sutra of yoga is Atha Yoga Anushasanam, meaning now the discipline of yoga. Patanjali says now the discipline of yoga. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Now. Why now? When you have gone through life, once you have done everything that the world tells you to do, once you have chased every aspect what the world tells you to chase in order to have that experience which you have been searching for throughout your life, once you have gone the path of money, once you have gone the path of power, once you have gone the path of all pleasures possible, then is the now. Once you have seen all that and seen that they fall short of giving you the experience that you have been looking for all throughout your life, then is the now of yoga. Then yoga begins. It begins when in the material world you have seen everything, you have experienced everything, and then seen the futility of it. Then that realization, now I need something more, something of higher order to take me to the experience which all these things have not yet given me and made me meet to that experience I've been searching for all my life. Also valid for the people who are into spirituality. You have gone through different paths of spirituality. You have tried this, you have tried that. You have tried all belief systems. You have tried all types of meditations and seen none of the material world, none of the spiritual world is really serving you, is not really bringing you to the experience that you want. Then is the now of yoga. Then is the time when you say, now I move on. Now I move on from the material. Now I move on from even the spiritual and move to a higher order of science known as yoga. Now the discipline of yoga. What does this mean by the discipline of yoga? It means that when you bring this into your life, it becomes a part of every unit. Anushasanam. Discipline is not a fully representative word of the Sanskrit word anushasan. Anushasan means every anu of you, every atom, every unit of you, you are the master of it. You are the ruler of it. That is the discipline which is needed when you are talking and dealing with the science of yoga, to become the ruler of every atom, every unit of who you really are. Now the discipline of yoga. Put everything aside, put all what you have learned so far from the world of the material, from the world of the spiritual, from whomsoever you have heard so far, whatever knowledge, whatever guidance you have learned, experienced and seen has fallen short of what you really are looking for. Put that aside and internalize this. Now it's time for yoga. Now it's the discipline of yoga. And with that invocation of the spirit of yoga in you, in me, in these discourses over the next weeks, let us take a few moments of silence, internalize this spirit, this vibration of yoga, put everything of what we have learned so far aside and enter this Yoga Sutras, enter this journey over the next weeks to come. Please close your eyes. In this journey of yoga, there are no excuses. So sit upright. Sit in a discipline that you're ready to learn something. Not something to serve you. Sit relaxedly but upright, ready to learn, open to learn, open to let go of what you've already learned, putting it aside, not letting that interfere in your practice. Connecting all your energies to the source of this knowledge. Acknowledging that you are here to learn. You remain open to that source. You remain open to transform your life. And allowing for something from the higher order to penetrate you, to reignite your soul, your energies, and take your life out of misery that you have created for yourself and for others. And with every breath, get ready for yoga. With an inner space, clearing up all what you know so far, all what you have assumed is serving you. Put that aside. Open up the possibility to move beyond, ahead, away from your past, from your past assumptions. in full surrender to the knowledge of yoga, which belongs to you, to everyone. Allowing your mind to calm down, your heart to re-energize, all your energies vibrating with awareness, openness, receptivity, silence. In these moments, make a hard cut to the past. And say to yourself, now, the discipline of yoga. Atha yoga Anushasanam. Let yoga penetrate every unit of my body, mind, my energies, and allow the mastery to happen. Throughout this journey, don't demand anything. Remain receptive. Stay silent, still, vibrating with the energy of yoga. With the excitement of what is to come. Remain attentive of your energies, of this invocation, of the knowledge of yoga in every unit of yourself. If you wish to sit longer in this invocation of yoga, into this meditative silence, keep your eyes closed, remaining aware, attentive of the invocation of yoga in every unit of yourself. All very gently and slowly you may open your eyes, remaining attentive, aware, silent, open and receptive to the knowledge of yoga, connecting a practice to our day. The mind that you have right now to the mind that you will have during your day while you are busy with things. With that, I leave you to practice this invocation for the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow